My name is Catherine Beckwith, and I am a centrally assigned teacher for the Experiential Learning Low Incidence team. The team consists of 5 members, and we have 2 job coaches, and we have 2 therapists on the team, and we service over 25 schools across the TDSB, working with students with developmental disabilities and physical challenges. Low incidence is a kind of an older term that was used many years ago, and it's kind of just stuck. It refers to students with developmental disabilities, also any physical disabilities, and hearing or blind low vision. So there's a number of multiple challenges that students have that are in our classrooms. And the students with developmental disabilities work at a lower cognitive functioning level, so they need a lot more support in order to move forward and to become independent in their life. We developed what's called the Experiential Learning Continuum, which consists of 3 different levels. The first level is the experiential learning that happens within the classroom. So the idea is that the teachers will provide functional learning activities for students in the classrooms that will help them understand what it's all about to do a task of a job.
Sure, I'd like a piece of that cake, please. It's really good.
Okay.
So,
Jeff's just playing this.
you do money first.
We're not sure what they're gonna. What the feedback? I'll put it here. You're gonna go on.
Thank you.
Level 2 is experiential learning opportunities within the school setting. So when students are ready to move out into the school setting to do a job there, that's into a level 2 opportunity. Some of the jobs that students would be doing in the school would be recycling, newspaper delivery, working in an office, watering plants in a library, different things like that. So anything where there's a viable job that students can feel part of their school community, they would be taking part of. The level 3 is where we focus a lot of our energy, and that's moving the students out to the community setting so that they can have an opportunity to work in a community setting where regular students go to a co-op program. This is kind of a mini co-op that they would be doing. So they would go usually once a week for a couple of hours to kind of get an idea of what it's like to have a job, get ready for the job, figure out how to travel safely in the community, travel back to the school, and all of that's done with a job coach. The team works very closely with colleges, and we have partnerships with colleges who in the social service worker program and developmental service worker program that those students will come to us as a field placement, and we will train them to be a job coach for our students that would move out into the community. So our students need support 100% of the time.
My name is Rory, and I am a college student doing my community-based placement at Monarch Park Collegiate Institute High School's DD program. When I was in school, I always figured I would be going into geriatrics. But when I went from my clinical placement to my community-based placement in Jeffrey's class, it actually opened my eyes and made me realize that in my case, I actually wanted to work with kids his age and with people with disabilities such as him, and now I actually have a job offer on the plate, and next year might be working with the school that Jeffrey goes to.
Our store name is called Pâtisserie La Cigare, the French bakery on Danforth. And then we noticed that we located in a community that majority is full families. And then we have every day a lot of young children coming in as our customer. And then as a part of the community, we feel that we want to do something to be part of here. And young kids like Stefano, sometimes we found that it's very nice to have him work with us. For the last couple of years, we've been having some students, mostly every few weeks they're coming for practicing, and we like to see the difference in them, and slowly they're changing, and they are developing their working skills, and we like to see that, and then we like to see that they're happy with us. Yeah, and Stefano, it's great.
I love these kids. They're fun to hang out with. It's not just a job, you know, it's a good time hanging out with Jeff. It's great. On it, brother. Yeah.
My name is Jay Arrington. I'm assistant curriculum leader here in special education at Monarch. One of them. Essentially, that's head of the special ed department. I have been here for about 16 years, building up the program. We currently have 3 programs for students with developmental disabilities and 1 program for students with physical disabilities. We've been working pretty well here with the school. The ELLI program is probably one of the 2 most important programs these students will have in their careers. We try to follow the roadmap that the ELLI team give us, that Catherine and Emily and Linda have laid out. Essentially, that is work experience that's classroom based, and those are kind of jobs that are sort of more related to family studies. Wiping tables, doing dishes, sweeping floors, watering your plants, taking out your little bins of recycling. Classroom, family studies. And we work with the students, and if they do well and their independence is getting better and they show some need for wanting to expand their experience, we then move from classroom, following their roadmap, out into the school. So then those jobs that were within the classroom, like watering plants, becomes a larger job out in the school. So plants in the school is very different than plants in the class. Plants in the class is just watering your plants and putting them on the shelf, you know, maybe repotting one here or there, and that's about it, back onto the shelf. But when we do a school-wide version, there's a uniform, there's a clipboard, as you probably heard from some of the students, and it's more formal and it's more about a job. And they have to go around to all the areas of the school that are listed on their clipboard with their uniform on and take care of those plants around the school. Now, what that means, the difference being that they have to go up to a classroom door or an office door or into the library. It's a different environment. Their behavior has to be a little bit different. It sort of steps it up a notch. So they now have to speak to people they're maybe not as familiar with. They have to look them in the eye. They have to engage them. They have to explain why they're there. And then they have to perform the job as quickly and efficiently as possible without interrupting the spaces. And then they can thank them, and then they can say, we'll see you next week, and move on out. And that's kind of the difference between a classroom and school-wide.
My name is Rajiha Siddiqui. I'm a co-op placement student at the DDD program, which is the Independent Learning Program. And I am basically a personal assistant for students that have various disabilities, such as physical or mental. Because of the co-op students and because of the people that are around, these students kind of need assistance at every moment, but when they have that assistance, they're able to do it themselves, and that's quite an accomplishment.
See, that's much more easier, eh?